I started playing with colors and paintings used to fascinate me. I used to love all of that as a young girl. And I always wanted to become a cabin crew, and I was one. So I was working with Kingfisher Airlines and then with Indigo, which was domestic within India. When I got married, because my husband was also traveling, and I thought if I keep traveling, we would only meet on flights. Every girl, somewhere in the corner of their heart, they love makeup. No girl would deny that. And she suddenly tells me, "Okay, now blow dry the hair." And I was like, okay. And then very softly I told her, but I do not know how to blow dry. She would also tell me to go buy smokes for her. And, in the break, she would be like, go get smokes for me. The foremost important thing for me is when we talk about makeup, now people have understood about skin. Applying makeup does not harm your skin. Not removing the makeup harms your skin. I'm working for these stars like Neha Dhupia, Sonali Sehgal, Avika Ghose, Syami Kher. If you are using too much of it, it's not good for the body because it can also lead to skin irritation, have redness on your skin. So that is why I think it's not good. You can put makeup every single day because
Pooja Chudasama is a talented makeup artist well known for her amazing work with stars like Neha Dhupia, Avika Gore, Miss India World Sini Shetty, and Nandini Gupta. She studied at London School of Makeup and now runs VC Academy with her husband, VC. In this podcast, we will talk to PC about her journey, her creative process, the challenges she faces, and her love for teaching new makeup artists. Join me as we discover what inspires Pooja and how she brings out beauty in everyone. Hi Pooja, welcome to Inner Habit. How are you?
hey Shruti, thank you so much. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for doing this podcast with me. I know it's been planned. It's somewhat short notice. We've been trying to get it through, so I really appreciate it. And we had technical glitches. We're past that now.
True, but the pleasure's all mine. So thank you.
Thank you. The reason I called you today was on this podcast was because I'm quite keen on understanding the world of makeup. So I've read up a lot about you. I've viewed your Instagram. I've learned so much about you that I had to take this opportunity. And plus, we met in April, it was in Mombasa. So it was really good meeting with you then and having a conversation with you. So I'm really excited about this podcast because I think a lot of people will learn a lot to do with makeup and also VC Academy. So it's going to be interesting.
Great. I think, yeah, we'll have fun today.
We will indeed. We will. So just to start us off, Pooja, tell us more about yourself. What inspired you to become a makeup artist?
So I started playing with colors and paintings used to fascinate me. I used to love all of that as a young girl. And I always wanted to become a cabin crew, and I was one. Yeah, so that was my profession earlier. And being a cabin crew, makeup training was also a part of it. And I started growing up. And when I got married to Vipul, who's a very good hairdresser, I decided to be on ground and stop flying and do something on ground. So I thought the best would be to take up makeup because as a young girl, every girl loves makeup, and I would put my mom's lipstick on, and that's like a story of every girl. So yeah, that was something I always loved, and I'm so happy that I have chosen something that I loved, and now I'm enjoying it even more. So yeah, I think I always wanted to be a makeup artist.
So you said you worked for an airline as a cabin crew. What airline did you initially work for?
So I was working with Kingfisher Airlines and then with Indigo, which was domestic within India. So I'm in India, so it was within India. I was flying domestic. And when I got married, because my husband was also traveling, and I thought if I keep traveling, we would only meet on flights. So it's best to take up something on ground. And what could be better than makeup?
So did you have to actually study to become the makeup artist that you wanted to be now?
Yes, absolutely. I did my makeup course from London School of Makeup. I was in London for a month, and it is one of the best academies worldwide. And I did my makeup program from there, and I think it was an eye opener because a lot of people, when they are doing makeup, looking at other people, like they're just watching people or YouTubers, and they're doing makeup. They don't really realize that there is so much of education behind that. So that I only realized when I started learning makeup. When I was there in the academy, and when the educators would train us about different skin types and different products and different makeup looks, I realized there's so much more than just what we watch on screen. So that was really important.
That is so true, because sometimes we go into a store and there's so much variety. Like I walk into a store, a makeup store, and I just don't know where to start. Even if I ask assistant to help me, it's at the end of the day, I still have to get it right, regardless of what they say. So it's very true, very true.
I think that is with all the girls, so it's okay. But in general, yeah, there's so much to learn. True.
So can you share any information about your big break? Like, you've been working in this industry for how long now?
So now it's been 10 years. I'm working in the industry as a makeup artist. I can proudly say that it's been a decade. And when I did my makeup course, it was 2015. And when I came back to India, I had the opportunity of working there because the academy was offering jobs, but I had no plans of staying back in London. So I came back to India where my home is, and then I started looking for jobs because I was very sure of one thing, that is, I want to practice every day what I've learned. I didn't want it to stop doing what I just learned because I thought that way I would just things would just fade from my mind, and I didn't wanted to do that. So I started looking for jobs in retail stores because that's the first thing that any makeup artist, when they learn, they can do. They can get maximum experience by working in retail stores as makeup artists. I started looking for academies, and then my first break, if you say, I would say, was within 1.5 years of me learning the makeup. That was working with a fashion designer called Rohit Verma. So his fashion show, yeah, was happening in St. Regis Hotel in Mumbai, and we had to get the models ready for the show. So doing their hair and makeup backstage was so much fun. And the showstopper of that show back then was Geeta Fogart, because the Dangal movie had just released. So she was his showstopper, and I also had to do her makeup. So I would say that was like the break, and that was something big for me just within 1.5 years of learning makeup. And I was like, wow, I'm doing this. So that was something big.
Was VC already established by then, or was VC coming up then?
Now, VC was already established because Vipul, I think, was in the industry. Like it's been 20 years of him being in the hair industry. So this is his 20th year, what we're celebrating. So I'm roughly talking about his 11th year or 12th year in the industry. So he was already well-known hairdresser in the country.
So in a sense, it's really good for you to be able to partner together. He does the hair and you do the makeup. Perfect combination.
Absolutely. That's what I meant when I said that, if I had to choose a profession after I got married to Vipul, I thought, why not makeup? Because, it's something that every girl, somewhere in the corner of their heart, they love makeup. No girl would deny that. And I thought this would be really interesting to learn and to get into detail of makeup, because one thing, Shruti, I believe is, if I want to do something, or if anybody wants to do something, I feel they should just not do it for the sake of it. They should get into it, into the details, learn it professionally, and practice it regularly to get the best outcome.
Great. And what sort of challenges did you experience when you first started in the industry? Or even, how do you overcome those challenges as well?
So when I started, like I said, I wanted to keep practicing. I didn't want it to stop working. I didn't want it to be like just I've just learned makeup, now I'll just do it with VC, or just do it for my friends and whenever I feel like. I wanted to do it religiously every day. And that is why I started looking for jobs in different academies, retail stores. There's this funny incident that I would like to share.
Go
There
for
was
it.
there is a very well-known makeup artist in the industry. I don't want to take the name, but because she was very good friends with Vipul, we decided to assist her. So I was a newbie in the industry, and then I had to assist her for a shoot, which was for 2 days. It was happening in South Bombay in one of the studios. It was for a jewelry brand, and this girl who's super talented, working with an agency now. I went on to assist her on the day one of the shoot. I was young, fresh, and I didn't know much how it works in the industry. I was assisting her, and then we are in the vanity van, and she suddenly tells me, "Okay, now blow dry the hair." And I was like, "Okay." And then very softly I told her, "But I do not know how to blow dry." And then she was like, "Oh, how stupid! Your husband didn't even teach you how to blow dry," because Vipul was very well known in the industry. And I was like, "Okay." Then I told her, "But I am a makeup artist and I'm here to assist." She's like, "But it's okay, just blow dry." And then I took the dryer and the brush in my hand, but obviously I was struggling because I didn't know hair and I was never interested in hair. Otherwise, I would have learned it from Vipul, but hair was never my thing. Then I told her after a while very softly that if I do it, it's not going to be nice because I don't know how to do. Then I think she got a little annoyed, and we never told her that I do hair. It was very clear that I'm assisting her for makeup. She would tell me to paint the nails of the model, apply body lotion and all, which is okay. I know assistants, usually makeup artists tell the assistants to do these petty things. She would also tell me to go buy smokes for her, and in the break, she would be like, "Go get smokes for me." So it was okay. But then in the evening, by evening, I realized that she called one of her friend who was a stylist, and then he came and kind of fixed everything up. And the management was maybe expecting better hair outcome from me because she told them that she's getting a hair artist and she was charging them double for the makeup and hair. And she got me as a hair artist where I never told her that I'm a hair artist. I was simply assisting her for her makeup. So it was a very bad experience, I would say. And I kind of finished the day, and then I told her I'm not keeping well, so I wouldn't be able to join her the next day. But yeah, I realized such things happen in the industry, and makeup artists do treat freshers or their assistants like that. I don't think everybody does that, but that was my experience. So yeah, it's funny now. I laugh over it.
So that is a very interesting story. I didn't know I've heard about these things, but I really never knew that this occurred. So it's something, that I've learned from you, that this does happen.
True. And this is like about 9.5 years back, because I was just, I'd come back and I was just trying to learn things, how professional makeup artists work, assisting them, finding out jobs, and just, trying to get in the industry. So, yeah.
Wow, that is very interesting. That's such an interesting story. So, like I said, you hear about it, but sometimes we're naive, from being outside and just seeing things. So we never think that could be, oh my God, that could happen with somebody you know.
But having said that, like Shruti, on that note, I don't think everybody is like that, because now today, if I like somebody, one of my students want to assist me, I would never ever treat them like that. At the most, I would tell them like, just come with me, watch me what I'm doing, and just, stand and watch. But I would never, treat them like that, because now I know how it feels. So not everybody is like that. But yeah, you may come across a few like that.
So tell me, if you had to advise somebody new joining you or joining any other artists, anyone in the industry, what advice then would you give them? You were new, you had this experience, probably because you were new and you didn't realize what was right and wrong at that time. So tell us what you'd like to advise them.
So one is definitely to the newcomers. I would say that about education, that it's very, very important. They should know about the study of makeup, what they're doing, because then it's sometimes when you're new and you don't have enough knowledge about makeup, you tend to make mistakes and really silly ones, and you're confused about how to deliver what the client is asking. So have you do your study and have your knowledge from a very professional place. And the second, regarding what I shared, like maybe you find out who are the right people and just be around them. Maybe not every day you're assisting someone, but if you are, just make sure you're around the right people.
Those are great tips. So tell me, what are your top tips for applying makeup all day?
So the foremost important thing for me is, when we talk about makeup, now people have understood about skin, that before makeup comes skin. But if we talk about back in days, people would just try to get looks achieved with good makeup. But now it's all about skin. So any makeup look you want to have, like you want to beautify the look, you need to work on the skin first, because it's the most important thing. It's the base that you're working on. So skincare, like good skin prep, is something I would say is the most important thing. And if you want your makeup lasting long, all day, then it depends on the skin type also. So if you have an oily or a combination skin, you do your base well, and then you set it with the powder. And when the client leaves, you tell them, you educate them about blotting papers. You tell them that they can dab with the blotting papers, or maybe with the compact they can just touch up their base whenever needed. And for dry skin, maybe a setting spray works, because it tends to get dry after a few hours. So setting spray can hydrate the skin, and they can keep drinking water to hydrate themselves.
Great. And when you say getting the base right, how does one actually get a flawless base?
So to get the flawless base, again, like I said, skin prep is the most important thing. So you cleanse the skin very nicely. You need to have a clean canvas, and then you work on the skin first. So it's not just about CTM now. There was a time when it was cleansing, toning, moisturizing, and then your makeup. Actually, back in days, it was just about applying a moisturizer and then makeup. And then came CTM, which is cleansing, toning, moisturizing. But now there's so much more to skin prep, that it's not just about cleansing, toning, moisturizing. You cleanse the skin, you do a gentle exfoliation, you apply a face mask. Although you take care about the exfoliation part, that you don't do it for sensitive skin or acne prone skin. But if it's a normal texture, like an oily skin or like a combination skin, dry skin, any skin type, you at least do a gentle exfoliation. You apply a face mask. You can do even those sheet masks, which are really quick. You do under eye creams, under eye patches, lip mask, lip patches. There's so much to skincare. The more that you actually need to give equal amount of time to skin prep as much as you give to your makeup, because that's the foundation to your good looking makeup.
Okay, and what are some of the common mistakes that you have identified when people do their makeup? It's very, it happens to the most of us, like me. It happens to me quite a bit, because I don't apply that much makeup, and I believe in not doing that. I tend to make a lot of mistakes. So what would you advise me as say, even a customer or anything?
So people really think that if they apply too much of makeup every day, they're going to spoil their skin. This is the biggest
And that's
myth.
a myth? Oh, wow.
It is, because applying makeup does not harm your skin. Not removing the makeup harms your skin. So you can apply makeup, but if you cleanse your skin before going to bed and you nicely clean it, you use your toner, you use your sleeping mask or your night cream, you can put makeup every single day, because a lot of makeup artists, I'm sure, including me, they put makeup every day because my profession demands it. If I don't have a good makeup on my face, my client would not trust me what I'm telling them. And on the days my skin is not doing really well, I need to be even more better than for my makeup, like my makeup needs to look even more better because my skin is not looking that great. So I feel putting makeup every day is not gonna harm your skin in any way. Not taking care of your skin, not removing it at night, not keeping yourself hydrated, not eating well are the factors that affect your skin.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and having said that, uh, mistakes that I see that people generally do is, like you said yourself, that I'm not very good in makeup, and I do tend to make mistakes. That's probably because you don't do it every day. When you start doing it every day, you will yourself realize, oh, so today I did my base like this. Maybe, let me try this product and see, and the mix match of that worked out even better. So that will only happen when you keep doing it. That's another thing. And people sometimes forget about the skin tone and undertones. So we have a skin tone, but we also have an undertone which we need to understand and then pick up the right foundation for ourselves. Maybe if you
Okay.
have a makeup artist friend, they can help you. Maybe the makeup artist who are in the store, they can help you find out the right shade. So the right shade of makeup, sometimes people make mistakes with that. Sometimes people create some makeup looks on their face which is not appropriate for their face shape or maybe their eye shape. So there are a lot of technical things in makeup as well, that you have a particular eye shape, there is a particular eye makeup look that will suit best to your eye shape because it will beautify your features even more. Yeah, so people do tend to make, so maybe they can apply for a short program where they learn about self grooming, self makeup. They can learn something that will suit the best to their features.
And I guess VC Academy obviously provides such courses.
Absolutely, we do have a short term program like that where people who don't want to be a makeup artist but they want to learn for themselves, they can come for this program. And we have something long term which is for people who want to make a career in the makeup industry. So they want to become a makeup artist. So we have a long term program for that as well. Yeah, but any academy, whichever they like, they can at least learn something short term where they learn from the professionals, that how they can have like how when you get a makeup look done from a professional makeup artist looks different versus when you do it yourself. So maybe do a short program and then just keep experimenting and keep doing makeup every day. Have fun with it because it's not going to harm your skin as long as you remove it nicely and take care of your skin.
And what is your advice for children? As an example, my daughter loves makeup, and I'm of that frame of mind that she's young. She shouldn't put those chemicals on her skin. So what is your advice? Is that different, or would that also the same things apply?
Can I ask how old is she?
10?
10. Okay, so I think 10 is too young because what happens is our skin is very different when we are young. It's more like a sensitive skin. And when it's a sensitive skin, you really need to take care of what you're putting in your skin. So harsh, harmful chemicals like what the makeup products can really impact her skin. And putting that once in a while is still okay. Like, she has an occasion or she has a party to attend and she does it or she asks you to do it, it's fine. But then if she does that regularly, it's not good at such a young age. And that is why we tell kids to avoid makeup at young age.
So what age would you suggest if somebody had to apply makeup every day? What age would you recommend they start? Because obviously it is something that we should look at very seriously when it comes to children and the sensitivity of their skin and stuff.
I would say 16 to 18 is definitely when our skin matures, and we start having. Sometimes it's also that young girls, when they're teenagers, they have acne and they're very conscious about it. But also, as a makeup artist, as a professional makeup artist, we avoid putting makeup on acne skin. So they may feel that, oh, I'm very conscious about my acne and I want to hide it with makeup, but that's when they should not, because it aggravates the acne. or the skin is red or sensitive, it aggravates it more. So I would say 60, by 16, 18, you're mature enough to understand things, and your skin is also kind of mature enough. That's the youngest that you can start applying makeup on.
So now you just mentioned why individuals shouldn't put makeup on acne. Is there any other reasons? Like obviously the skin is pretty sensitive when you have acne. Is there anything else?
So personally, if I have acne, I would like, if I have a lot of acne, I should ideally avoid putting makeup on it, because at that time I should focus on treating the acne and applying medicated ointments or creams that my dermat recommends. So I should avoid putting makeup. And as a makeup artist, if I have a client and I do a makeup, it's not right to use those brushes and makeup products. And although we take care of hygiene, but somewhere, if because it's infection after all, so the infection can spread. For clients, it can spread to the other parts of the face as well. So if I've done it on the cheeks and I use a similar blender or a makeup brush on the forehead or the chin, I may spread the acne. You never know, like it can just spread the infection around the face. From an artist also, you should not get it done, and personally also you should avoid, because you need to focus on treating the acne rather than covering it up with makeup.
Great. So the biggest tip here is that see a dermatologist and get that treated.
Absolutely.
So how do you choose the right products for the for the skin type? How does one walk in a store and say, I mean, you've already explained this a little bit, but how does one identify their skin type to choose the right product?
So, like I said, every skin is different. And first, you need to identify your skin type. So, to know your skin type, you need to understand whether it's dry, it's oily, it's combination. And once you know that, then you can buy the appropriate products for your skin type. For skincare, I really like the products that are either medicated or you get in pharmacy, because I feel they work better than the ones you get in the cosmetological brands. So I feel it's best to pick up from a pharmacy or from a medical store uh, a product for your skin.
So I guess in if you look at my case, there are occasions when I find that my skin is dry, but it sometimes also is not dry. So in that case, when somebody has a sort of a dual skin type, and it depends, right? I mean, we're all women, and us hormones are always changing. So how do you work with that?
So it is definitely, if it's dry and also not dry, it is a combination skin type, which is a dual skin. And our skins, yes, like you said, it's changing because of hormones, because of weather. There are a lot of factors that are affecting the skin. Sometimes it's the products that regularly we're using a product. Maybe we are treating acne, and the dermat has recommended certain products, and it's helping the acne fade, but at the same time, it's making the skin very dry. So the products could also be affecting the skin. The weather could also be the reason. A lot of factors, and similarly, your products also change. It can't be the same cream that I was using as a kid, or when I was in my 20s. I can't be using the same cream till today, because my skin is not the same. So when the skin is changing, you need to keep changing your products also. And if you are confused about what's your skin type, or what are the right products for your skin, it's best to see a good dermatologist. You go and see a good skin doctor, and you ask them about your skin type, about good products, and then if you like those products and they're giving you good results, you should stick to it until you don't see any results, and then you feel that my skin's changed and now it's time to again visit and maybe change my routine.
Great, good to know. Something I've learned today, because I've always struggled. I do have a dual skin type, so it depends. Like winter, it's different. Summer, it's different. So it's really interesting. So thank you so much for that. Another question, I suppose, then is, well, I'll ask you, what type of products do you like?
Like I said, for skin, I really like to pick up products from pharmacy, because I feel one is they don't have any cosmetic ingredients. So they are absolutely cosmetic free, and they don't have silicone, parabens. They don't have any of these ingredients which the brands would usually have. So for skin, especially for skin, I prefer to pick up the products from the pharmacy. And for face, if we talk for makeup, like after the skin prep, if we talk about those steps, then I like brands like Charlotte Tilbury for the base, Huda Beauty for the eyes, because they have really good pigments. They stay very well. MAC has a beautiful range of lip colors. Bobbi Brown has some amazing eye shimmers and lip glosses. So it totally depends on what do you like more. You like more soft and nudes and matte shades, or you like more bold and shimmery shades. You like more thicker foundations and concealers. So NARS is beautiful. You like something more natural, then you can pick up Dior. So it totally depends like that. I have a mix in my vanity, and I love products from different brands to play around.
It's interesting because I do like NARS. NARS are pretty good and I use them. And then we've got MAC as well. So yeah, pretty good. So I'm on the right track, I think.
Absolutely. I think you're going to become a makeup artist after this podcast.
Oh God, I don't know about that. If I did that, then my daughter would be sitting there with me and making me apply makeup on her every day. So she is such a big makeup fan, it's not even funny. If I put on makeup, she has to put on makeup. There is no, there is no decision. Like you can't even sit there and say to her, look, today I'm going to say no. It just does not work. So I try and stay as much as I can away from the makeup for the time being, until she's old enough to understand the issues that come with it. Tell me, why is it important to use lead-free makeup?
Well, Shruti, I think we all know that lead is not a good material for our skin. And when we apply products that have lead in it, it does get accumulated in our body. So having a small amount of lead is fine. But if you are using too much of it, it's not good for the body, because it can also lead to skin irritation. It can have redness on your skin. So that is why I think it's not good to use lead in makeup. If it's in a small proportion, it's fine, but too much of it is not good.
And how do consumers then identify what makeups are safe for them?
So lead is definitely there in the lipsticks, because that is what makes the lipstick stay longer. So if your lipstick is staying very long, those campaigns and ads that say 10 hours stay and 12 hours stay of the lipstick, that's because it has lead that helps the lipstick stay longer. But there are also brands that don't want the consumers to use lead, and they are lead free, or they are free of chemicals like silicone, paraben. So the consumers should definitely do their own study, and they should read the packaging. They should read the certificate that the brand holds. They can also read the reviews about different brands that are lead free or other chemical free in the market.
Okay. Now, in terms of, we've talked about where we can get these products from. Do pharmacies make sure? I mean, I suppose if you're going to a pharmacy to buy these products, you would assume that they're lead-free and paraben-free and sulfate-free products. Is that correct? Would they have checked it all out, do you think?
So for pharmacy, basically, when I said I pick up products from pharmacy, is mostly skincare. And in the skincare, you wouldn't have lead products. That's mostly in your makeup. And makeup products you would get either in the malls or other stores, the makeup stores. And in those stores, you can definitely go and check about the ingredients that the product has. Also, you can do your own research before going, because a lot of brands It's clearly, now we have Google and we have everything on it. So your reviews about the product, there are a lot of people, they write up about the blogs about makeup products having lead or other chemicals, and you can do your own research and you can choose the brand that you want to. We know that some lipsticks, some very good brands, you and me are using it already, has lead in it, but we still choose to use it because we like the colors. We want that longevity because we want the lipstick to stay. When we wear it, the only reason is that it should stay. So even though we know it, we sometimes, avoid the fact that it does have lead, because we know that it's in a very small proportion and that's not going to harm. And once in a while, it's absolutely fine. But like I said, if you're regularly using a lot of harmful chemicals, it's not good for the body.
So long term, avoid it long term, basically. Like using it every day is just, it's kind of madness in a sense, right?
True. Although I said do makeup every day, but do your study. You also have products which don't have any chemicals or harmful chemicals, I would say. Chemicals they do have because that's how the products are made. I would say harmful chemicals. So do your own study and maybe for everyday basis, use something that's more skin friendly for your face.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for that advice. So now you've worked with a number of celebrities. So, more recently I saw on your Instagram, you've been doing makeup for Neha Dhupia. So tell me, what is it like to work with these type of celebrities on a day-to-day basis?
I think it's fun. I recently started these shoots that I started doing with celebrities, and it's absolutely fun. Also, you get to learn so much. You every day there's a learning. You're learning something new, and one thing that it's taught me is I was always working quick, but it's taught me to be super quick because there are times that you just have to finish everything in like 15-20 minutes, and that's really short time. So you have to make sure everything is fine and you're working super quick. Yeah, so it does teach a lot of things, and especially time management does teach you that.
So have you ever worked on a Bollywood set?
Not really. I haven't got that chance yet, but I'm mostly into shoots, and I am training people in the academy. So that's what mostly I'm doing at the moment.
Okay. How do you handle pressure working with such big, celebrities and clients? You're always, like you said, you got to make sure you finish their makeup really quickly because they want to get on the set or they want to do whatever they need to do. So how do you handle that pressure?
Well, I would say the most important thing is to be calm. Because when you're calm and you're smiling, it's okay. You don't have pressure on your shoulders, and that way when you have your things right, you have all the things in your vanity or there before time, you've done your setup on the table, and you welcome them and you finish it quickly because you already planned what you're going to do. So I think it really works. And then be handy when you when they're ready, and the photo shoot is going to start. You be handy with the things that you will need for touch-ups. So when you know what you're going to do and what needs to be done and what products you need to carry, and your vanity set, your setup is done, everything is right, I think it's a fun day.
Do you have any sort of memorable experiences with any of these celebrities, like a moment that you will remember whilst working in the industry at all, if you want to share?
Yeah, absolutely. I think working with Neha was really fun because she is such a fun person. She came on, we did the shoot, and we started at 1 p.m. In the afternoon, and we wrapped up at 4 with 2 looks. So that was real quick and so much fun that we didn't even realize we were working the day. And then you step out at 4 p.m. and you're like, what? The work is done already. So yeah, I think when you're working with professionals, they don't take a lot of time, because there are also times I worked with stars or celebrities who would just take the whole day because they're not happy with something. They're waiting to get something changed. They want to change the look. They want to change the mood board. So there's loads of things happening. But when somebody who knows how to get things done by themselves, and they're really adjustable, they're like, okay, fine, let's get this done and let's get this shoot done. So it's more fun to work with such people.
So Neha is just one of your clients. Who else have you worked with in the industry?
So like I said, when I started my makeup journey, I worked with, we did this Rohit Verma, which was a big thing for me because I was new, and then this was a big hit. After that, I started doing shoots and shows with Vipul. I've done many. We started working for the brand Iconic Professional. We did makeup for the brand Streaks Professional. I worked with the Reliance Trend for one of their collections, where they hosted all the contestants of Miss India, and there were 30 girls from every city. So they were Miss from whichever city, and there was going to be one Miss India out of them. And we did this 2 days shoot with them for Reliance Trend, and I've been working with Hindustan Times for quite some time now, and with them, whenever I work, I'm working for these stars like Neha Dhupia, Sonali Sehgal, Avika Gore, Syami Kher. We recently did it for Shreya, and then I also worked on Sini Shetty, which was Miss India last year, who went for Miss World. And then I again worked with Nandini, who became our Miss India. So after she won, I again worked with her. So it's been fun, all these years working with these people. And also because I'm busy with my trainings, a lot of times I'm not able to attend all the shoots. Then I have to send someone from my team, because I also have trainings lined up for makeup, where I educate people, and students come to learn in our academy, and I teach them all these things. It's just a very small brief, but a lot more things in detail about becoming a makeup artist, or maybe the short program of how they can achieve flawless base, or how they can understand their features and how they can beautify and do self makeup.
How do you select a person? And this is really like, if you selected me, my heartbeat would be in my throat, literally. How do you select somebody to go and attend to Neha Dhupia? Or, do you choose your best one? Or how do you go about selecting somebody who works with you?
If I'm not around to do makeup, I have my team, so I would definitely pick up someone I know how they work. So my team has been working with me, and now it's a very small team, but I know someone who does very good work, and I've seen their work. So definitely when I'm not around, I want to make sure that when I'm sending someone, they know their job, they know all those things what I said. They are there before time, they know their job, they know the products well, and they are able to deliver a good job, because that is the most important thing for me in any relationship with any client, that when I am sending someone, they have to be really good.
So what are the goals for the future makeup industry for you, and also VC Academy? Where do you see it going for you? What are your goals?
So I think I'm so much in love with makeup now that I really want to keep doing this for the rest of my life, and I want to keep doing more makeup for a lot of more photo shoots, more stars, more of training and educating people. And we as VC Academy keep coming up with our own collections. So every year, maybe twice in a year, or maybe once in a year, we launch our own collections, and we really look forward to keep doing that more. I want to come up with more beautiful collection and beautiful art pieces that we can showcase people.
Okay, so when you say collection, are you talking about makeup itself or are you talking about applying it?
No, so this is more of hair and makeup. Last year, if we talk about 2023, we came up with a collection called 2040, which was futuristic hair and makeup. And if you see the whole collection, it is a combination of hair, makeup, outfits, everything that we feel that all the people in India will start wearing such looks by the year 2040. So that is something that's our future. We manifest that people will start doing that by 2040. That's the collection was all about. And there was one more collection we did, which was vivid. So it was all about colors. So beautiful pink hair, yellow hair, purple hair, very Gen Z, very cool.
Yeah, I actually saw that on your Instagram photos. I think it was on VC's profile as well. So I was quite intrigued by that. So I'm quite glad we touched on that because that's very interesting.
Yeah, so that is how we come up with our own collections. We plan the things, we call for the models, we plan the looks, how the hair is going to be, the makeup, the outfits, everything we plan. And then once the shoot is done, the pictures, the videos, then we launch our collections. So that is what we keep on doing every year, and that is something we want to do.
Sure. So what is your focus this year? Did you do one this year? You mentioned last year.
Yes, so we have done one, but since it's not been launched, I can't say much about it. So maybe people can be like they can stay tuned and they can watch it on our channel, and I hope they like it
Okay, okay. And when are you launching that?
very soon.
Very soon. All right, for all our viewers, make sure you're registered on the Instagram. You get to see the collection for 2024. What year are we looking at?
So it has a different name every time. So 2040 is one. Then there was Vivid. So it will have definitely have a different theme and a different name. But like I said, I can't say anything now.
Keep a lookout. New names, new everything, new makeup trends. Keep looking. Keep watching.
Thanks, Shruti.
No worries, anytime. What new projects or collaborations are you excited about? What's coming up in the near future for you?
So honestly, my work is very last minute. Like sometimes I can get called a day prior, and then there could be work the next day. So besides the wedding season coming around the corner and my makeup training schedule the next month, uh, usually the shoot business is such that we usually get called maybe a day or 2 days prior, and it's very last minute. So that's all. But I know, yeah, this work that's going to come, and a lot of work that's around the corner because it's a season for us, right? So there's all the festivals that are going to start in India, and a lot of people would want to get ready because wedding season will also be around there. So yeah, that's happening in India now.
Cool. Now, one thing I really do want to know from you is, you get to such a stage in your makeup career where you've learned so much about makeup, but how do you keep yourself up to date with the current trends or what's changing? Like, how much more does a makeup artist have to learn? Is it like, oh, I've learned everything, or do you have to constantly learn?
For everything and anything, Shruti, it's always constant learning. It can't ever be I've learned enough and that's about it. Because the day I feel that that's about it, there's new coming up, and then I would not be aware of it because I've just told myself that I know everything, and then I'm done. So I feel every day there's a learning, and you rightly said that you have to keep yourself updated about what's coming new, because this really happens in the academy. Whenever I'm training the students, and sometimes the students ask, they tell me about something like like a cushion foundation for that matter, and they'll be like, ma'am, have you heard about that? So I don't want to go blank in front of the students and say, oh no, what's that? I don't mind doing that, but it's best to share some inputs from my end as well. So that is why it's very important to keep myself updated about what's new in the market and what's coming new. They would go like, "Ma'am, have you seen you mixing the concealer with the powder and then applying it under the eyes?" I would be like, "Yes, I've already seen, and there are some rules to do that." So I share my inputs then, and then we go ahead with the training. So it's very, very important for myself to keep reading about makeup, to keep watching videos, to self-learn, and to be aware of what's happening in the market.
Definitely, and something I've noticed from your Instagram page is how you apply different types of makeup. So you put the concealer and the makeup, and you put the blushes, and then you sort of mix them together. And is that your own technique, or is that something you were just trying out?
That was something I was trying. So I read about ombre blusher. So it's called ombre blusher, and then you have different shades of blusher going around your face. So you put the lightest, then you put a medium tone, and then a deeper one, and then you just blend everything together, and then you get more of like a seamless finish. So that was something I saw, I tried, and that's what I keep doing sometimes.
But it works, right? Like it's a good solution. So would you use it during a quick fix situation, or when would you use that sort of technique?
Absolutely. I think for myself, I keep doing that when I'm in a hurry. Like this is something is now trending on social media, but I have been doing this for so many years now. I have this one shade of lip color, which will be like a peachish pink. And then if I have like zero time to get ready, I would just apply that on my eyelids, on my cheeks, and on my lips, and just blend it out. And it works great. So maybe you can try that out sometime. And all the people who are listening to this, maybe they can try it sometime. But trust me, and it can't be a red, because a red will be too much. But maybe a tone of pink, or like a peachish tone. You can try something, a color that suits your skin type. Just like a quick fix to step out.
Okay, that's good to know. So PC, what message do you want to convey to people who see your work or through your work?
If you see my work, you get a message that how simply you can create beautiful looks. That's even my personal style. Every makeup artist has a style, it reflects in their work. So if you see my work, even my brides for that matter are not very loud makeup done on them. It's I would not say it's bad, it's just a personal preference. There are a lot of clients who want makeup that is visible to others, like brides especially. But I feel that if you just beautify the features and minimally how you can make the face look beautiful, that really fascinates me, and that is something I love doing. So you can also see that in my work somewhere.
I have seen your work. You did my niece's makeup during the wedding, and I noticed it was simple, yet it was beautiful actually when I looked at it. So I have seen your work, and I can definitely say that what you've just said, it comes through in your work.
Thank you, Shruti.
So look, PC, I really enjoyed speaking to you. I'm sure our viewers will enjoy understanding this beautiful world of makeup. One last question I have is, some people say that it's very difficult to make it in the makeup industry. There's so much competition, and it won't just be makeup. It will be across all industries when you look at it. What piece of advice would you want to give them?
When we talking today, that's 2024, it's true what you said, because makeup has become such a competitive world that there is a makeup artist in every house, I would say. There's so much of exposure thanks to social media. There's Instagram, YouTube. Everybody is learning makeup and doing it on themselves, and they're content creators, and everybody's become a makeup artist in some sort. And having said that, it has become a very competitive market. But I feel if you learn from a professional academy, you do your educational course, you start working religiously and consistently, and your work stands out to people, it will be noticed. So you know, when you do something that not what everybody is doing, they're watching social media, they're learning from there, and they're doing the same thing. But if you do something that's really different, people would love watching you, and that is something that will make you different, and that will make you stand out.
Great. Thank you so much for today. I appreciate it. I've loved talking to you as usual. And, I'm so glad that we're connected.
Thank you so much, Shruti.
In whatever capacity, in whatever way, I think it was fantastic talking to you during the wedding. It was great sharing a number of stories of my cousin brother and having fun during the wedding as well. So nice speaking to you again, Pooja.
Same here. I think I did enjoy a lot. I was so looking forward to this ever since we spoke about this, and it's been a great round of question answers and so much fun talking to you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Shruti.
No worries, anytime. Thanks so much.
Thank you.